Hi everybody, Eugenia Weston here, founder and creative director of Senna Cosmetics. I am so excited to be at the makeup show this year because this is our 40th anniversary. And as you can see behind it, we are celebrating the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And in the 1970s, this is when I began designing my makeup line, Senna. So I'm very proud of this, and to be in the business for 40 years, very exciting time for me. Plus I got a major award from the makeup show to recognize me as being an artist in the business for 40 years. So pretty special, pretty special. So we have a lot of great things that we're doing because of our 40-year anniversary, and I want to share them all with you. Eugenia Weston here. Welcome to my gallery of my life and my journey as a makeup artist. Who is the owner of the makeup show, and James Vincent, who is the head of education of the makeup show, asked if I would be able to get a gallery together of my career, and I said, oh my God, I can't believe that you're asking me to do this. But they were so excited because they knew we were celebrating our 40-year anniversary of Senna Cosmetics, and I really am honored to be able to put this whole gallery together. And I'll tell you, my life as a makeup artist is just going right past my eyeballs. But it's really exciting, and I can't thank them enough for honoring me and allowing me to present this to all of you. So, enjoy.
I'm Melissa Street and Kevin Singh. We're makeup artists for television and film. And Eugenia, for me, and you as well. Yes. Eugenia's been my mentor both in makeup artistry and business for a very, very long time. I have never found another person who's more inspiring and more creative. And she's like someone I want to be.
And more passionate about this industry.
Totally.
Like it jumps off of her. Like you feel her passion. I've never ever seen her frown. Never. She talks about makeup. There's just like a gratefulness and excitement about it. Completely like a kid.
We absolutely love her. Yeah. I can't work without her advice, so I call her all the time.
Or her makeup.
Or her makeup. We need the makeup too.
We did LA Fashion Week over at the Mr. Design Center, and she talked to my look this year. It was beautiful.
We are such pals.
We had eyebrows and lips. Eyebrows and lips.
Eyebrows and lips, right?
Little white faces like little angels. All the babies had white faces, little bow lips, and little brows.
I'm glad I could go.
Yeah, you know, for dancing room.
So I've always loved makeup. I mean, makeup is my passion. In fact, Bette Midler, when I would be on set, everybody would ask, how did you get into doing makeup, Eugenia? And she would just push me away and say she was born with the brush in her hand. So feel that I was, and I always had such a passion for makeup. So my first job was at Thrifty Drugstore. I was only 17 years old, and I worked behind the cosmetics counter. I didn't know how to create a makeup line. I wasn't even thinking of it. And my husband and I went to New York, picked up a Yellow Pages, and just cold called all these manufacturers and started a makeup line. This particular case contains all of my packaging, an evolution of my packaging from the 1970s all the way up to current now. And it's just changed so much, so I want to share with you how our packaging and our products have evolved. So this is the 70s. So as you can see, in the 1970s, there was not a lot to choose from. The packaging was very limited, so it wasn't easy to create a line. But as you can see, I was always into eyebrows. We had mechanical eyebrow pencils then and refills. And then we evolved into the 80s, changed our packaging. We got into brighter colors, and the Earth Shines were a big hit. They were our pigments, our very shiny pigments. And we did a lot of shows with the pigments, and I also came out with nail polish. So the 90s we became a little more modern and sleek. And I came out with sharpened eyebrow pencils. We came out with our skincare. We had the soft touch packaging. Then 2000, I went all to gold. I wanted to be different. I started with black. I love black. Black are my roots. But I decided to go to gold because there were so many indie lines coming out at that time that they were all doing black, and I wanted to differentiate myself, although in 1976 there were no pro lines, and I started with black, but I decided go for the gold, right? So we changed into gold, which I think is very pretty. I like it. But now in 2016, I'm back to my roots. I'm back to black. Being a makeup and brow studio in Los Angeles, California, we created most beautiful brows. It's a service that we still do to this day. And a lot of women that came in, we would do their brows beautifully, and then they would go home and they couldn't replicate it. So in 1992, I came up with an idea from a client to create a stencil, because my mother was very crafty and she taught us how to make things out of nothing. So I decided, I took a piece of plastic, I created her brow, I put the plastic on, I drew on the shape on the plastic with my eyebrow pencil, I took my makeup scissors and I cut it out, I applied it, put the powder, flipped it over to the other side, and she had perfect brows. And I sent her home with it. I imprinted it in my book. This is a book, my original book of over 500 hand-cut stencils. So my husband said, you can't keep cutting stencils, so we produced 4 of the most universal brows, which is our signature brow shape. It's what I teach. It's my method. And the rest is history. This is our first former brow. The stencils fit into the back, and we had our 3 neutral colors with 2 brushes, a blending brush and a powder brush to fill in. Then this was our second packaging when I went to gold. And then this is our current packaging for our former brow. So Toni Basil is another one of my longtime clients. She actually introduced me to Bette Midler because she's Bette Midler's choreographer. Toni's also choreographer for David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Tina Turner. I mean, the list goes on and on. But she also is a star within herself. She sings, she acts, she choreographs, she has albums. So Mickey, of course, is one of her most popular songs, and this is a set picture, and I did her for the video and for the covers of the record album. This is another album cover that I did with Toni. I've done everything with Toni, so this is just a couple of things. And this album is fabulous. The videos from this album, you've got to go online and see the videos. They are the songs and the videos, and she directed, choreographed, sang, starred, edited. She did everything in the videos. She's so talented. Our products, we were always featured in Allure magazine, and these are just a couple of inserts for the directory. And Elizabeth Berkley is my model here, and of course she is one of my clients to this day. And they always featured our products, they always loved our products in our makeup studios. So continuing on doing film and television with Bette Midler, she asked me to do her makeup for the TV movie Gypsy. We filmed Gypsy in LA, and we filmed it downtown on Broadway in the Orpheum Theater, which, oh my gosh, that theater is so gorgeous. This is a page from the script, and these are the continuity pictures. And then I got nominated for an Emmy doing that. So it's so exciting to work the makeup shows because we get to meet all of our peers, all the people in the industry, all the educators, all the vendors, but it is really, really work putting these shows together. As you can see, the booth is just full, jam-packed with all of our new goodies. And at the shows, this is when we do present all of our new products to the makeup artists. And coming to the show are students, pros, makeup artists that have been in the industry for a long time. I mean, just everybody that is a professional. This show only really lets in professionals. So to celebrate our 40th anniversary, I created my Decades palettes. These colors in each palette, the 70s, the 80s, 90s, and 2000. These were the most popular colors of each decade for me, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Because when we started in 1976, these were my most popular eye and face colors. We were known for our eye and face colors. This palette is called Vivid Excess because in the 80s, more was more, right? So these colors we used on everybody. Then we go into the sedated 90s. This is when the supermodel became very popular and celebrities, a celebrity makeup artist made a name for themselves. It was a total reaction against the garish colors of the 80s. Next we come into 2000. This is when we were formulating cosmetics with new pigmentations that we had never seen before. So I am really excited for you to experience my 4 decades of colors, 70s, the excessive 80s, the sedated, beautiful supermodel nudes, and 2K, all about the selfie. So get one now.